Good evening from London. It's a dark and slightly cold evening here in London. Hello to all dear comrades, supporters and friends. This is Dr. Dermot Hudson, the chairman of the British Group for the Study of the Juche Idea, chairman of the Korean Friendship Association of the UK, and official delegate of the KFA for the UK, and president of the Association for the Study of Songun Politics of the UK, and of course owner of this channel, Songun 007. This video tonight is actually a test video, and it's a test video for a number of reasons. As some of you will have remembered in my last video, there seemed to be a problem in that the video froze, but the audio continued. Now, some people like that, said it was like a podcast. However, I'm a bit concerned that the camera is not working properly, so I thought I would test the camera by making this video to make sure it does record video for more than 2 minutes. And secondly, I thought, just experiment with lighting and also camera height as well. See, whether this is a good height for the camera. But I thought it would be useful to use the test video just to talk about some important topics. I've just been up today on the People's Assembly march, Britain is broken, or broken Britain. It's all full of the usual revisionists, reformists, social democrats and Trotskyites. But KFA UK had a small presence there. So the mainstream media are continuing their propaganda barrage against People's Korea, blaming the DPRK for tensions on the Korean peninsula, but not telling the truth about the situation. You've had the US conducting the Vigilant Storm exercises on the Korean peninsula, which target the DPRK and of course are named after the Desert Storm operation of the US, which was the US invasion of Iraq in 1991. So Vigilant Storm is about invading the DPRK. And, just to look at recent developments since I made the video 2 days ago about the situation on the Korean peninsula. Firstly, there was a what I call a bit of theatre, a bit of a pantomime, a bit of a circus called the UN Security Council, where a couple of clowns, notably the US imperialists, decided to let off a lot of wind and try to get a motion condemning the DPRK passed, which of course didn't happen, because the thing about the imperialists is they cannot have it both ways. They cannot expect to be anti-China and anti-Russia, but at the same time to try and use Russia and China against People's Korea like they did in the past when both those countries voted for sanctions against People's Korea, which was very regrettable. But now both those countries are getting kicked by the US imperialists, who still expect them to vote for sanctions against the DPRK. You wonder what planet the imperialists are living on with this kind of mentality. It's like kids in a playground. One starts trying to sort of beat someone up, and then asks him to help him, beat someone else, standing on the other side of the playground. It's really that kind of mentality. And the other development is, of course, the US have sent a B-1B bomber to Korea, which is carrying nuclear weapons, which is a very serious development, and we will await what happens. I'm sure the DPRK will make a very strong response to this. And, at the end of the day, the people who are blaming the DPRK for the tensions have got, should realise that all the US needs to do to reduce tensions is quite simple: to halt the exercises, not deploy nuclear weapons in and around the Korean Peninsula, not impose sanctions on the DPRK, and above all, get out of Korea, withdraw the troops from South Korea. They do not need to be there. They've been there 77 years, dividing Korea, oppressing the South Korean people, and it's high time they came out of Korea. This is really modern colonialism, and it needs to be ended, and that way you will get peace on the Korean Peninsula. You will get reunification, and it's so simple, and you wonder what part of it that the US imperialists do not understand. Well, of course, I'm asking a rhetorical question there. Anyway, it's incumbent on us to increase our solidarity with People's Korea in this very tense situation. We must defend People's Korea with no ifs or buts, totally unconditionally, no half-hearted statements. KFA UK is doing its bit. Last week we picketed the British Brainwashing Corporation, which is, of course, a major source of disinformation about the DPRK. They are like a shock brigade in the information war against People's Korea. In fact, it can be said that the BBC and the mainstream media and publications like NK News, what they're doing is they're committing information terrorism against the DPRK. That's what it is. So anyway, we played our bit by picketing the BBC. We've got the KFA International meeting in Tarragona coming up very soon, and we'll be having some activities in the UK. And lastly, ought to use this test video to mention my books. The Great Conspiracy About People's Korea, I published it a year ago, and it's full of very important material. We got an expose of the NK News gang in it, and I detail in it a lot the anti-DPRK propaganda networks that exist in the world. And I've also got a section about the criminal film that was made by Danish character and I, have got a short expose of that in the appendix of the book. And of course you've got good old favourites like In Defence of Juche Idea and In Defence of Songun, very useful books. And Kriya of Juche, which was published 2 years ago, and he got a section on DPRK foreign policy. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope this video actually does record correctly this time, and I hope the light is okay for people. So basically, to wrap things up, as I always say, if you're not already a subscriber to the channel Songun 007, please consider subscribing, and to the affiliated channel KFA UK, or Korean Friendship Association of the UK, as it is on YouTube, and also share the materials on there. We've established a Telegram channel for KFA UK and a Juche Songun Telegram channel. We hope to be establishing a video channel on Rumble soon as well. And the most important thing you can do is to share all our materials, both the videos and the articles we publish and postings on Facebook. Our Facebook page has been restricted, but it's still there. And above all, get involved. Try and look in on our online events, and please come to our meetings and pickets. You can make a difference at these events. Anyway, wish everyone a good evening or a good day, as some people are watching across different time zones, and say to everyone, keep well and see you again soon. Goodbye.